Good morning. I'm waking up with you here today, so let's wake up our body before we start our day. Find any seated position that's comfortable to you. Place your hands on your knees, and then I invite you to just close your eyes. Begin to just take your normal breath rhythms in and out through the nose. Shift your weight back a little bit as you extend your crown a little bit taller. Start to find some space in your vertebrae. Roll your shoulders up and down your back. And then just continue with a few more natural breaths. Think about the type of day that you want to have today. Not your to-do list, not your schedule, but what kind of day do you want to have? And then how does that day feel? Start to just embody and imagine the way your perfect day feels. Not your performance, not what you did, not what you accomplished, but how does it feel? And as you hold on to that feeling, begin to extend your breath, taking a longer breath, drawing from the belly, inhaling through the full torso, allowing the breath to come up through the chest, through the head, all the way to the crown of the head. You'll find a little bit more length. Hold it there for a minute. And then through the nose, begin to slowly exhale, letting the breath leave you the opposite way it came in. And then again, draw in from the belly. Through the crown. And out through the nose, let this one go. Okay, you can keep your eyes closed or open them. We're going to just draw some gentle neck circles. So drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Feel the extension on the right side of your neck. And then roll the chin through the front of your body. Pause when you come to center and just tuck that chin against the lower part of the throat. And then continue with your roll. Bring the right shoulder or the right ear over to the right shoulder, opening the left side of the neck. And as we complete it, bring your head back to center and just gently lift the chin. Inhale. And on an exhale, pull the chin to chest. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, pull chin to chest. And we'll drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And do a little bit quicker of a swing through the front, left ear to left shoulder. And back to the right. And notice where you're gripping as you go side to side here. Our necks can be pretty tight in the morning. Just be gentle. One more each side. Opening the sides and the back of the neck. And then when you're ready, bring your head back up to a neutral position. We're going to come onto our hands and knees position, tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, and we'll just do a couple of different cat-cows here to wake up the spine. So inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. Exhale, pull the tailbone under, round through the spine, tuck your chin to chest. Inhale for cat pose. Drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale as we tuck everything in for cow. Inhale, lift the belly, or drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, pull everything in. Do 2 more. Last one. And then let's return to a neutral tabletop position, and we're just going to do some hip circles here. So just start to roll your hips to the right, bring them around to the right, pull it around, and 1 more. And start going to the left. The further you go back with your tailbone to your heels, you'll start to feel that openness in the lower part of the back. Good. And after you finish this one, return to tabletop position, and we're just going to open the knees a little bit wider, bring the toes together, and fall back to child's pose. Head comes to the mat. Take a few deep breaths here. Can rock side to side even. That starts to open the hips. And on a next inhale, start to walk your hands forward. Lift your hips, bring your knees back under your hips so they're not quite as wide as child pose. And we're going to find puppy pose. So you just inch your hands forward, allow your forearms to come to the mat. And then you can either leave your forehead on the mat. If you have a little bit more space in your body, you can begin to roll your chin under and look up towards your thumbs. Be gentle here. This is a big shoulder opener. And then the next inhale, press through the hands. We'll find downward facing dog. So you can come briefly through tabletop and then tuck your toes under, lift your hips, push back to a downward facing dog. Maybe walk your feet by pedaling, lifting one heel, bending one knee, and then switch that. Lift the other heel, bend the other knee. And then when you're ready, find stillness. Now begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. Greatly bend your knees. Let's find ragdoll pose. Allow your torso to hang heavy on your legs. Release your head. Maybe rock side to side here, continuing to open the lower part of the back, the sides of your body. Your legs are waking up. And then release your hands to the mat. Heel toe your feet together. Let's roll up one vertebrae at a time. Until we reach the top. Drop your hands beside you here and find mountain pose. We'll just do a couple of gentle sun salutations. So step to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your hands over your head, cactus your arms out to the side, and then just lift the chest and look up. On the next inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's step back to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Untuck the toes. Inhale, press through the hands. Let's find cobra pose. And on an exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look at your hands, walk your feet up between your hands. Hold for the exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to come all the way up. Keep your arms next to your ears. As you get to the top, cactus your arms, lift your chest, look up. Inhale, bring your arms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank. You can put your knees down or go straight down from plank, but we'll lower all the way to the mat on our exhale. And then inhale, press through the hands, lift the chest, find cobra pose. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, push back for a downward facing dog. And then inhale, look at the hands, walk your feet up between your hands. Exhale in the forward fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, come all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to a prayer position. I'm going to turn around here so I can show you this from the other side. You can stay at the top of your mat. Inhale, find chair pose. So sink your hips back. You can bring your biceps up towards your ears. Just begin to turn your leg muscles on, wake them up for the day. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to your plank position. And then lift the hips, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. We won't hold it. Exhale, push back. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, push back. And 1 more. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, lift your right leg high. Pull the knee towards your chest. Use your abdomen to carry your leg through and drop your right leg, right foot between your hands. You can lower down the left knee behind you. Tuck the toes under for balance and just tick-tock back your hips and find a half split. Be gentle here. This is a big move in the morning. Then inhale, let's rock forward to a low lunge. Lift the back leg. Exhale, drop the knee. Shift the hips back, half split. 1 more of those. Inhale, rock forward, find low lunge. Lift the back knee. Exhale, drop the back knee. Extend the front leg as you shift the hips back to a half split. Good. Inhale, find your low lunge again. Place your hands on the ground. Pull the right leg up behind you for a 3-legged dog. Do a big stretch here. And exhale, bring that foot to the mat. We'll take the other side. So inhale, left leg comes up, and without kicking, pull the knee in towards the chest. Turn those ab muscles on, and then drop the left foot between the left hands. Right knee comes down as we shift the hips back, and we find half split on the left. Notice how they feel different on each side. Inhale, rock it forward. Lift the back knee for a low lunge. Exhale, drop the knee. Find your half split. Let's do 2 more. Exhale for the half split. Inhale, rock it forward. Exhale, half split. Good. Now we're going to transition to our 3-legged dog. Inhale, rock it forward. Press through the hands, pull the left leg back, and find your downward facing dog. Okay, inhale, let's lift the right leg again. Pull it through, just like we did before. Drop it into a low lunge. And then on an inhale, big move here, we'll come all the way up and find warrior 2. Just take a couple breaths here. Notice how your body's feeling. Inhale, let's reverse the warrior. Lift the right hand overhead. Find that rainbow on the right side body. And on an exhale, keep the bend in your leg. We'll find an extended side angle. So a more gentle variation. You can just tuck the right arm on top of the right leg as you pull the left arm over the top. Good. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel your feet out. Pull the right leg back behind you to a 3-legged dog. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, left leg comes up. Knee comes across your body. Low lunge on the left. Inhale, warrior 2. A few settling breaths. Okay, inhale, let's reverse it. Pulling the left arm over. And on an exhale, find your extended side angle on the left side. Good. Inhale, warrior 2. And we'll cartwheel this out. Hands come to the mat. Lift your left leg up from behind you. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Great work. Moving on to a little bit of balancing poses here. Inhale, look at your hands. Let's walk your feet up between your hands. Stay for the exhale. Feel the back of the legs beginning to open. Come up for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Maybe you find a little bit more length. And then inhale with your arms beside your ears. Come up. And we'll come to a prayer position. Now you can stay at the front of your mat. I'm going to turn to face you. And we're going to go through just a couple rounds of tree pose here. So let your left leg be the foundation. Ground down firmly. Lift through the arch of your foot. Lift your knee up so you start to engage your quad. And then you can just pick your right foot up in any position that feels good to you. You can keep it on the ground like this. You can begin to lift it a little bit higher if you're ready for some more balance. Or if you want to really challenge yourself this morning, you can take your leg and your foot and pull it all the way up your leg. Just make sure that your foot is not on your knee. So it can be below your knee, above your knee, or on the ground. And then once you find the position that feels best to you, just play with your branches. You can have low branches. You can have high branches. Or you can hold your hands in a prayer position. Yeah. Just be playful. We'll take 2 more breaths here. One more breath. Good, release that foot to the mat. We'll use the right foot as our foundation now. You can pick up the left foot. Try to do the same variation that you did on the other side, just so that you even your body out if it's available to you. If it's not available to you, do the variation that works best. But position your foot when you're ready, and then find your branch pose. For a bigger balance challenge, you can continually move your arms while your lower body stays still. Yeah. And if you fall out, that's okay. This is gentle and fun. Good. And then let's exhale. Feet are going to come hip distance apart. We're going to find a quick chair pose again. So just begin to sit back, shift your hips back, maybe lift your toes so that you know that your weight is coming into your heels. You can have your hands up here by your ears or here in front of you in a prayer position. Let's hold for 3 breaths. One more breath. Good. Exhale, lift the hips, drop the hands to the mat. Let's step our feet out wide here. Let's do a wide-legged forward fold. So keep your toes pointing towards the edge of your mat, and then just gently begin releasing your torso to the ground. Shift the weight into your toes. So if you find yourself leaning backwards, just shift them forward, and then find your depth. You can walk your hands back. You can keep them by your head. Let this feel gentle yet engaging. It's a big stretch here to open the legs. One more breath here. Good. Inhale. And on an exhale, wherever you are, extend your arms long. Bring your hands to your hips. Pull your belly in as you pull your torso up in one piece. Great. We'll finish on our mats. So come down to a seat. Pull your feet in together, and we'll just roll onto our back. Drop your left foot behind your left hip. Bring your right knee over the top, and then you can stay here. This is a good stretch if you're looking for a little bit more. You can lift the left foot off the ground and then maybe try and grab your hands behind your hamstring. And you kind of have this opposite. You're pushing the right knee away from you as you're pulling the left knee in towards you. And the more you pull and push away, the greater of a stretch you're going to feel on that right hip. One more breath here. Good. All right, drop the left leg behind you. Let's switch over to the right side. So right foot comes down, left knee comes across and open. Stay here, or begin to lift that right foot and maybe grab your hamstring. One more breath. And on an exhale, let's bring both knees together again. Give yourself a little hug here. Extend the left leg out long. Keep the right knee in close to you, and then pull the right knee across you here as we take a supine twist. So you want to keep both shoulders on the mat. If the right knee comes all the way to the ground, it might, but if not, just let it hover. It's most important to keep both shoulders on the mat here, and then shift your gaze over and look over towards your right hand. As we close this practice, think about the kind of day that you wanted to have today. How we respond to our days is a choice. Inhale, bring the right knee back in front of you and left leg comes up to meet it. We'll take this on the other side. The right leg comes out long. Pull the left knee across your body. Cactus your arms. Look to your left. And as you close your eyes and breathe out, revisit that thought, that feeling that we talked about at the beginning about what it feels to have the perfect day, the day that you desire today. Sometimes we have to train ourselves to find that feeling even though it doesn't come to us naturally. So let's practice it now. Commit to how you want to show up today for yourself and for other people. One more breath here. And then on an inhale, let's bring our feet together. You can take any other movement in here that feels good to you, maybe a happy baby. If you want to do that, you can open your feet up towards the sky, grab your ankles or the bottoms of your feet, and just open the hips. Maybe rock side to side. And then when you're ready, knees come together and you can extend your legs out long and find your Shavasana. Allow yourself at least a few breaths here. A few minutes is preferred. But let everything go. Just feel the heaviness of your body. Every single muscle is relaxed. It's being held by the ground. Your eyes are closed. Return to your breath. And I invite you to stay here for as long as possible, but when you're ready to get on with your day, you can find movement just slowly first in your hands and your feet, and then roll up to a seat, and you can carry on with your day. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope you have an amazing day.